Hello everyone, this is part 4 of Unit 9 UGC NET JRF Forensic Science. In this part, we will discuss about age of documents, examination of typescripts, printed matter including currency notes. Now, the age of document can be determined by comparing the suspected document with other documents of the similar time frame. Intra-comparing various entries in a file or multi-page document to determine whether they are the same, referencing manufacturers and other technical information about ink, paper, computer printer, fax machine, etc., and examination of accidental and indentation marks. To determine the age of document, we must know the age of paper, the age of ink. So the watermark used in paper are helpful in determining the age of paper. Watermarks are made with the help of dandy rolls. They are found in better grades of writing, typing and computer printing papers, and some of them have dating code. Another way is to study the typescript for the evolution of defects because of wear and tear of the machine. Individual characteristics in typescripts are transitional, transitory or temporary and permanent. The temporary defects and the permanent defects due to wear and tear are studied. The fiber components of paper, binder components, composition of paper, watermark, all these are helpful in determining the absolute age of a document. And also which filer is used: kaolin, china clay, calcium carbonate, titanium dioxide, etc. Now the estimation of age of ink, it is done using diffusion of chloride ions, diffusion of sulfate ions, oxidation of ferrous into ferric ion in case of iron based inks. If the iron based inks are erased, they can be restored with sulfocyanic acid fuming method and they will produce a red color. Age of water-based ink can be determined by chloride diffusion, as this ink contains acid of chlorides. Laser desorption mass spectroscopy works on tracking the degradation of certain dyes and is helpful in determining the age of ink. Ink libraries are originated in USA. The other method used are single solvent extraction or sequential solvent extraction techniques, GCMS, XRF, Raman, HPLC-MS, capillary zone electrophoresis, FTIR, etc. About typefaces, the class characteristics and the individual characteristics are: the class characteristics. So the famous typeface styles are Pica and Elite. Pica type 10 letters per inch and Elite types 12 letter per inch. There are other type faces also which type 6 to 16 letters per inch. The size of the typed letter, which includes its height, its width, its spacing, all these are considered as class characteristics: the slant, the alignment, etc. Individual characteristics are from wear and tear marks from the that comes from the usage. Proportional spacing typewriters give space to the character based on their size. So the width space is 2 to 5 units and with a unit of 0.8 or 0.785 millimeter or 1 by 32 inch. So the characters will occupy width as 2 to 5 unit. 1 unit is equals to this value. Thus all the characters occupy different space based on their size. Characteristics of typewriters: escapement. Escapement is the spacing along the line of typewriting, the basic letter spacing. Type ball, the device containing all the typefaces, which on by rotation and tilting prints the type characters. Platen is the cylinder that serves as the backing for the paper. The identification of photocopied documents. So the photocopied documents does not contain watermark as present in the original document, and when the paper is pulled from a photocopier, grabber marks are there which can be observed as depression at the edge of paper or area of toner or tonerless spots. Techniques used in photocopying the document are chemical process, thermal process, or electrostatic process. Starting with printers. So high-speed mainframe line printers, the most common ones are drum and chain uh, printers, which are developed in the early 1950s. In drum type of printer, there are 120 type wheels or discs that are arranged together in a cylinder or drum behind the ribbon. Thus, with these wheels, uh, an entire line at a single time can be written, and the speed of these type of writers are 150 lines per minute. Chain printers consist of rotating chain with characters affixed to the chain on one side. There are total 240 characters and they are grouped in five 48 characters each. Dot matrix printers are impact matrix printers. Impact matrix printers in which there is a direct contact between ink ribbon and the paper. There are non-impact matrix printers as well. These are inkjet printers, thermal print head, laser printers, etc. In 1974, by Printronix, second class of dot matrix printers were developed for use with large computers and very high speed output. These are known as line dot matrix printers. The fastest ones are Tally T6218 and Printronix P5220, and their capacity is 1800 to 2400 lines per minute. The line matrix printer contains magnetically fired pins. The paper will move vertically and the firing pins would move horizontally. Inkjet technology printers are of two types, drop on demand and continuous drop. Continuous drop technology are also known as valve jet printers. Example of this technology are valve jet printers. Monochrome laser or LED printers. So these type of printers uses electrostatic imaging to transfer toner to the page, and not all laser printers uses laser. Light emitting diodes or LEDs and LCDs, liquid crystal displays, are used. Now the color laser printers have cyan, yellow and magenta toners along with other components. Thermal wax or pigment printers. So these printers function by melting a wax-based resinous ink into paper, and when cooled the ink will fix into the paper. Dye sublimation printer. It uses thermal heating. It uses thermal heating head to transfer dye to a medium such as plastic card, printer paper, poster paper, etc. Paper printers or direct thermal printer, they use high heated pins in the print head. So when the heated pins come in contact with the paper, they form image or characters. Solid ink or inkjet printers. So the current crop of solid ink color printer utilizes four streaks of resinous ink. These are melted and sprayed onto imaging drum to form the characters. Ascending chronological order of typewriters. These are manual, dot matrix, inkjet and laser. The various types of printing. First one is letterpress, relief printing or typographic printing. It is the traditional printing method in which uh, repeated direct impression of an ink raised surface towards another surface is done. In lithography printing, ink is applied to a grease treated image that is present on the flat printing surface. In intaglio printing, it is the opposite of relief printing. Offset printing, offset lithography or litho offset, in which the ink is not transferred directly onto the paper. Inked image on a printing plate is first printed on a rubber cylinder and then transferred to the paper. Gravure printing method results in the variation in the thickness of ink deposited on the paper. Rebound defect is seen when there is double impression of a single type print with the lighter one slightly offset to the right or left. Letter printing too heavy or too light can cause letter off its felt defect. Counterfeit protection system, toner type, toner fusion, splattering effect, drum effect, these are used to identify a document produced by laser printer. Presence of specular reflection by gel pen stroke, discontinuity of sheet of laser printer, skipping of gap in gel pen strokes indicate gel pen stroke is above and laser print stroke is below. Counterfeit currencies, these are obtained or these are produced without the permission of legal authorities. So, to identify counterfeit currencies, we must know what are the characteristics of the original currency notes. So, original currency note or a bank note is made up of 100% pure cotton known as comber. Comber is the residue of cotton from textile mills, and this security paper, the bank note, has crackling sound because of the presence of titanium oxide. Currency note are non-fluorescent under UV light, and the folding strength of banknotes are 6,000 to 7,000 folds. Electrolytic watermark, so it is present in the portrait of Mahatma Gandhi. The denomination of the banknote is seen in the left bottom under the transmitted light. Mahatma Gandhi portrait. The watermark of the portrait is visible in the window of the every banknote, and it is a 3D image, have some shading effect. It does not fluoresce under UV light and can only be seen under the transmitted light. RBI watermark, it is present in the center or you can say slightly left, and it is present vertically across the width of the banknote. The dimension of the note is written and it can also be seen through transmitted light. Secret denomination. So the denomination of banknote is mentioned on the right hand corner at the bottom, and it can only be seen through transmitted light. The security thread is yellow fluorescent shifting thread with the micro printing of RBI and Bharat in Hindi in mirror image. It has green or blue color spacing between them. From the obverse side, it appears as a windowed, this thread appears as segmented. But when we see it through the transmitted light, it appears as continuous. This thread is trachrome thread made up of metal or plastic, which is woven inside the note at the time of manufacturing. The main features include latent image, which contains the denominational value of the currency. On the right side of the Mahatma Gandhi's portrait, it is only visible if the note is held horizontally at eye level. Micro lettering of RBI and Bharat, I have already discussed about that. The portrait of Mahatma Gandhi, the Reserve Bank seal, guarantee and promise clause. the Ashoka pillar emblem on the left, RBI governor's signature. All these are printed in intaglio. Intaglio means raised prints, which you can feel by touch, and are produced by reverse etching process. Braille marks are present for blind persons on the left side of the notes. The serial number panels of the notes are usually printed in fluorescent ink so that they can glow under the UV light. The numeral value visible on the obverse side of the note, obverse means front side of the note, is printed in optically variable ink, or the ink that shifts its color, that changes its color. See-through register. So when seen from either side, it would appear as fragments, but when observed under the transmitted light, the denomination would appear. Optical threads. So these are the colored viscid fibers mixed in cotton pulp during manufacturing process, and they fluoresce under UV light. Omron feature or anti-copying feature. These are small flower-like dots, crisscross lines, and other minute printings, and are not present in the photocopied currency notes. So in currency note, for security, there are thread and fiber, reflective or holographic foils, optically active materials, machine detectable features, intaglio printing, offset printing, typographic printing, etc. And for the durability of the currency note, the paper quality, highly durable paper quality is used, resistant to wear and tear. Now the various properties of currency notes. So the size of 2000 note is 66 into 166 millimeter, 500 66 into 150, 200 66 into 146, 100 66 into 142, 50 66 into 135, 20 63 into 129, 10 63 into 123 millimeter. The color are pink violet for 2000, greyish green for 500, yellowish orange for 200, violet for 100, bluish green for 50, yellowish green for 20, and chocolate brown for 10. In the obverse side of the currency notes, there is Mahatma Gandhi portrait on the left side. On the reverse side, in 2000 there is Mangalyaan, 500 Red Fort, 200 Sanchi Stoop, 100 Rani Ki Vav, Gujarat, 50 Sansad Bhavan, 20 Ellora Caves, and 10 Sun Temple, Konark. Now this is the obverse side of the currency note, and this is the reverse side. Bleed lines are these lines. 100 on 100 currency note there are 4 on both the sides. In 200 there are 4 bleed lines and 2 dots. In 500 there are 5 bleed lines. In 2000 there are 7 bleed lines. Ashoka pillar emblem is placed at right side of all the currency notes. Signature of RBI, promise, and signature at the right side is present in all the currency notes. Braille print, the red color, the red circle denotes the bleed lines, whereas the blue one denotes the braille prints. So in 100, the triangular pattern is there, triangular braille print. In 200, H-like. In 500, circle. And in 2000, rectangular. Bleed lines and braille prints are not present in 50, 20 and 10 rupees notes. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan on obverse left side of all the currency notes. Micro letters RBI and the denomination of the note, they are present on the left side, and in 20 and 10 these are absent. Security thread is present in all the currency notes with RBI and the denomination of the note and Bharat in Hindi. Number panel is situated at the top left to bottom right corner. It is small to big. The numbers are written in small to big pattern. As you can see here, the number panel on the top left and the bottom right, small to big in each and every currency note. Thank you for watching. For more such videos, like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel Vidhi Vigyan.